Enchanted whispers of romance. In the middle of a quaint village nestled between hills and a crystal clear river, there lived a young woman named Elara. His life was a simple one, filled with daily routines like tending the village gardens and taking long walks along the river bank. But there was something extraordinary about Elara, something that set her apart from the other villagers. Elara had a rare gift, the ability to hear the whispers of nature. She could hear the songs of the birds, the laughter of the trees, and the secrets of the wind. But what attracted them most was the enchanting whisper of the river as they talked about the love stories that had been developing along the banks of the river for centuries. Every evening, as the sun sunk below the horizon, Elara would sit by the river, her heart focused on its murmurings. River stories of love, lost and found, stirred his soul. She would close her eyes and imagine the lovers who once stood where she stood, their hearts entangled in the gentle embrace of the river's melody. One warm summer evening, as Elara was listening to river stories, a voice emerged from the slow stream. It was a voice unlike any other, a voice full of longing and hope. The river spoke of a love that was beyond time, a love that was lost throughout the centuries. Intrigued and impressed by River's revelation, Elara vows to uncover the story behind the voice. She sets out on a quest to unearth the village's ancient records, in search of clues that will lead her to a lost love story hidden within the enchanting whispers of the river. Her journey leads her to an old journal written by a young man named Alistair, who lived in the village generations ago. His words spoke of a deep love for a mysterious woman named Serafina. It was a love that defied social norms and was kept secret for fear of judgment. Elara's heart filled with emotion as she read Alistair's words. She felt connected to their love story, as if it was an eternal echo echoing through the ages. With the journal in hand, she returns to the river in hopes of learning more about Alistair and Serafina's fate. As the river continues its whispered tale, it reveals Alistair and Serafina's tragic separation. Their love was broken by circumstances beyond their control, causing them to live their lives in solitude, always yearning for the love they had lost. Determined to reunite Alistair and Serafina's souls, Elara delved deeper into her research. She revealed a series of cryptic messages hidden within the magazine, which pointed to a secret meeting place where the lovers promised to reunite. With clues in hand, Elara sets out in search of a long-forgotten rendezvous. It took him through dense forests, across flowing streams, and to the highest peaks of the surrounding hills. She could feel the presence of Alistair and Serafina guiding her every step. Eventually, after several days of searching, Elara reached a secluded grove in the heart of the forest. It was a place of ethereal beauty, bathed in soft sunlight filtering through ancient trees. In the middle of the glade stood a moss-covered stone with symbols carved on its surface. As Elara deciphered the symbols, a light breeze swept through the glade, as if in response to her discovery. It was a whisper of a love that had stood the test of time, a love that had remained steadfast throughout the centuries. With a heart full of hope, Elara waited near the moss-covered stone as the sun sunk below the horizon, casting a warm, golden glow over the glade. She whispered a message to the wind, a message of love and longing, which was carried on the wind to the souls of Alistair and Serafina. Suddenly, the air around him seemed to shimmer with a faint, ethereal light. And then, as if by magic, two pale figures appeared before him, bathed in a soft, iridescent glow. It was Alistair and Serafina, their love rekindled after death. Elara's eyes filled with tears of joy at the sight of the long-separated lovers reuniting. Their spirits embraced, and their laughter mingled with the whisper of the wind and the song of the river. It was a moment of pure, timeless love. As the spirits of Alistair and Serafina disappeared into the sky, they left behind a feeling of peace and fulfillment that lingered in the glade. Elara knew that their love story, lost in time, would now be remembered for generations to come. Elara returned to the village, her quest complete and her heart filled with the enchanting whispers of romance she had uncovered. She shared with her fellow villagers the story of Alistair and Serafina, which transcended time. From that day on, the village became known as a place where nature's whispers revealed eternal stories of love and where the spirits of Alistair and Serafina lived on in the hearts of those who heard their story. And so, in the center of that quaint village, where the hills met the river and the vine whispered secrets, the enchanting whispers of romance continued to be heard, reminding all who would listen that love is a force that transcends time, and true love stories never really fade away. In a world that often seemed chaotic and changeable, whispers of love and eternal devotion remained constant, offering solace, hope, and the enduring promise that love will always find its way. And so, the enchanting whispers of romance with the wind and the river continued to weave their magic, inspiring lovers, dreamers, and storytellers for generations to come.